Let's look at 3 real-world cases that illustrate the risk. First, on November 30th, 2018, a Cessna 550 Citation II flown single pilot in IMC with 11 souls on board was on final approach into Fargo, North Dakota. The approach was unstable, improperly configured, with accumulating ice and rising workload in low visibility conditions. Had stabilized approach criteria been treated as non-negotiable, they could have prompted an early go-around while time and margin remained. Instead, the decision was delayed. When the pilot finally attempted the go-around, the aircraft stalled at low altitude. The NTSB cited the pilot's failure to lower the flaps and maintain sufficient airspeed, the ice buildup and task saturation from insufficient qualifications contributing to an aerodynamic stall and loss of control. Remarkably, all on board survived with only minor injuries. Go-arounds aren't inherently dangerous. However, executing one poorly under pressure can put the aircraft at or beyond the aerodynamic edge of the normal operating envelope. Next, on October 31st, 2022, a Hawker Beechcraft 58 conducted an IFR approach in IMC near Alpharetta, Georgia. The pilot was vectored for the RNAV approach, acknowledged ATC instructions, and declared a go-around shortly after beginning the descent. But the aircraft entered a series of erratic climbs and descents, ultimately losing radar contact. Witnesses reported the aircraft emerging from the clouds in a high-speed steep descent before impact. The NTSB stated the probable cause as the pilot's loss of aircraft control for unknown reasons. Although medical factors could not be ruled out, the flight profile alone highlights how quickly performance can degrade when workload peaks exceed capacity in instrument conditions. Finally, Atlas Flight 3591. On February 23, 2019, a Boeing 767-300 freighter was descending into Houston when a go-around mode was inadvertently activated. The first officer, caught off guard, became spatially disoriented and made aggressive nose-down inputs. The aircraft entered a steep dive and impacted Trinity Bay, killing all 3 on board. The NTSB determined the first officer's inappropriate response to an inadvertent activation of the go-around mode led to spatial disorientation and nose-down control inputs that placed the airplane in a steep descent from which the crew did not recover. 3 very different scenarios, one survivable, the other 2 not. But all shared a common thread: instability during go-around, degraded awareness, and breakdown in execution. The Citation Jet Pilots Association, CJP, addressed this by introducing Safe to Land in 2022.